What is up, everybody? It is another episode of the Optimal Nutrition Podcast. I'm your co-host, Luke Dirog, along with my other co-host, Carter Runge. And today we got a great episode for you guys. We got maybe a little less, well, don't get me wrong. The videos that we're gonna be doing some video reactions. Some of it's us reacting to other people reacting to the video, or it's just like a normal video that we'll react to as well. All of it is nutrition based, and then next week we'll maybe do some more fitness ones because I know fitness is a little more nuanced and there's a lot of misinformation with both nutrition and fitness. So supplements as well. So any videos that you would want us to watch and react to that you have any questions about, send them over our way. Just DM them to us. Just send them. We'll create a proxy for it. We'll make sure we'll have like a big old keep it all together, and then we'll break them down and we'll show them and see what it looks like. But yeah, we got that. We got the video reactions, and then we also got, oh, there we go. I don't know why I did that. And then we also got, I'm trying to think of what else we got. We also got the collab ranking, and we also got supplement news. So that'll be pretty interesting to see. And then, like I always said, if you got any questions, make sure, put them down in the comments, DM us, whatever you want, we'll try doing. And yeah, like and subscribe. Make sure you guys are keeping up with everything we have. Make sure you're subscribed to all their socials. Make sure you're subscribed to here, like the video, do all that, like all of our posts, repost them. It means the world, means a lot, and just love to have you guys back here every single week because it makes our days, because we just like yapping. We just like yapping.
Yeah, right. At the end of the day, it's just yapping.
But we got some good stuff planned for you. And like I said, we got a little less of a more educational video, more of a fun one, because I know reacting is educational. I'll probably give some 2 cents on some things. But we're just watching people getting some true experts that are in the field of nutrition, because I'm not an expert yet. I still got 3 more years, but soon to be expert. And
I like it.
I will share my screen because we're going to be starting off with a draft, and not just a normal draft, because I feel like some people might think that it is. This thing is actually a collaborative ranking. And I know this might be a little confusing, so I will explain it. And I'll bring this to the stage. And what we have here is a collab ranking draft. And what this is, I have 19 ghost flavors that I tried getting the ones that, like, some of them, I tried to get all the ones that at least you had, and then I didn't put like Bubblicious because I'm pretty sure that's never coming back. And like I just put tropical in here because, you know, it might come back. You never know. They might just rebrand the flavor. And like some other things too, like electric limeade is, I don't know if that's like a limited edition thing. I know it was in those 18 packs at Costco. So
yeah,
I think thing. And then same with citrus too. I think citrus might just get rebranded to like a different thing, like a different collab, like they did with the phase up instead of the citrus. And they just got rid of phase up now. So I think they do some things, but also with this, so there's 19, and then so each person has a draft, and they have each. So you can shoot. I'll let you choose which one you want to be, but each person also gets 1 veto, and then
so we're ranking these together.
Yep, so it's like a collaborative ranking draft sort of. So like if you wanted to be person 1, you would be starting with the worst, quote unquote, worst flavor.
Oh, I know that iced tea lemonade.
And then if you were person 2, like you would technically get the what would be number 1, because if there's only 1 left, this person like can't pick anything else. So
yeah.
And then like I said, you get 1 veto. So if I was like, cherry limeade's 18, you're like, what the hell? No.
That.
So then you could use your 1 veto on that.
Be like,
but yeah, this is what I cooked up for us. And what person would you like?
I'll go 2.
2? All right.
I'll let you be.
Oh, not you.
I feel like I got the first choice last time.
All right. So to start off, I think I'm going to make these a little bigger so they just match the same font size. Some editing on live. But for 19, I would have all of these picks. To keep in mind, I think every one of these is good, or like okay to like good, okay to great, like goat tier. So, but you mentioned it before. I think I am going to go the iced tea lemonade. I'm just not an iced tea guy. Even Arnold Palmer's, I think, are pretty mediocre. And I don't know. It's just like that. It's not enough lemonade to keep me there, and I just don't like iced tea. So it literally is just a me problem. If someone else actually liked iced tea, I bet that would be one of one. So why not go like this too? As I made the font size and I just typed it out, and I could have just copied and pasted it.
Oh my gosh. I'm thinking around here.
Yeah, no, this one, the collab ranking is tricky because you never know like what I might rank higher than something else.
Yeah,
then, like,
I know. I was thinking Welch's grape at 5.
Oh, it's in order. It's in order.
Oh,
so you
we
go 18, then 17, then 16, then 15, then 14, then 13.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
It's like a blind ranking almost, like sort of, but it's just like us collabing on it.
This low. I feel like they're this good.
Yeah, that's why I said like I at least would drink iced tea lemonade if it was like the only one there, really.
I'd honestly say OG.
OG?
Yeah.
As OG's good to type. Yeah, OG, I would like I would honestly put it near the bottom, but like I just said, like earlier to you today, I just bought a can of it because like I'll still drink it like occasionally. Oh, yeah. It's just
the only one I won't drink is just the iced tea lemonade one.
Yeah, if I could have any other flavor, I would take that over iced tea lemonade. So 17 for me, I think. Trying to think.
All these I drink, and I had drank in the past like 16 days, 17 days.
I do think I am gonna put electric limeade.
Okay, fair. Yeah, that's fair.
You
have to be a limeade.
It's good, but it is a little strong on the lime. And then, like I said, there's other ones better here. Ghost is top tier, but I would say 19 is a 5 out of 10. And then OG is like a 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Oh,
so
100%.
You're kind of just getting into like the 75% and above after iced tea lemonade, which is like a 50%.
I think I'd go actually. I think I could get behind like tropical.
Tropical?
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Maybe I can't do that. Maybe it doesn't want me doing that.
Oh, did you copy and paste it?
Yeah, the first time I ever did that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, tropical. But yeah, tropical. It's one of those ones where like I think I had so much because it was like when Ghost originally made the energy drinks sophomore year of high school, so like 6 years now or something, like 5 years now. It was 4 flavors. It was tropical, orange cream, and the 2 Sour Patch Kids. That was the only.
Oh, wow.
And then they brought on citrus after that, I think. And then, or maybe, I'm trying to think because I remember when I first got them, like they were just so elite. Like the Sour Patch Kid flavors were like top tier. And like I was one of the first people that like actually like found like Ghost. Like I got so many people on Ghost. Like I remember like 9th grade year, I found out about them too. Even like it was crazy. It was 9th grade year, I think. 9th grade COVID. But so you did 14, and then for 15, I think
February 2026 or 2016.
2016.
It launched with some flavors have come and gone. I see.
Yeah, like I know when they officially were wide release, quote unquote wide release, like GNCs and vitamin shops, not like gas stations, Hy-Vees, Walmarts, like any like it was literally just only supplement shops you could find it. And online.
Gotcha.
Jeez. I don't know how this one slipped up there, but
I didn't even
Freedom
see
Pop.
that.
Freedom Pop.
I put
Freedom
that
Pop honestly should have been like 17.
18.
That should have been my 17 or 18 pick, but we know for next time. We know for next time. Freedom Pop.
It's not terrible.
Like
it's just like
it's not bad, but honestly, there's just better flavors, and the Freedom Pop doesn't really like come out as much. It's not like so much a rocket pop. It's just like white cherry blue ras. Like it's not like I don't know. It's like I like.
Did that get rebranded to?
It got rebranded. America? It was Phase Pop, and then it got turned into Freedom Pop.
Yeah, I know there's like a America one. I had that on the 4th because I found it at a thing just because I thought it was like
Yeah,
religious.
they do a bunch of like rebrandings. Like, remember, like I think I sent you a picture when I was in Colorado at that gas station. They had the sleeve on it too. It was the sour punk lemonade for like
Yeah, I know.
that punk
I
thing.
was like,
I thought that
I
was
just
pretty
want,
dope.
just want to drink one of those. Gosh, I like this is hard. Like generally hard because these are all like rotational ones.
Yeah, so 14. What would you put?
14. I want to say like pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade. Are you on with pink
Yeah.
lemonade?
Yeah. There's just the rest of these are just so heavy hitters.
Yeah, pink lemonade has been one that like I haven't had recently, but I know when it first came out, that was it was like so good. So for 13, yeah. I
Let's see,
also I don't know why. I think I have to go with the SPK blue.
Okay, yeah. That's
because I like the red berry better than it.
Yep.
But
the red is
I like blue raz. Also, blue raz can be a very, very strong flavor that gets old super quick.
yes. And
So,
yeah, for sure. I actually
SPK
have one of
blue
those.
razes.
Where do I think this one's pretty. I think I can go Warhead Sour Watermelon.
Oh, there you go. You're going sour watermelon?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, that one is really good. Like the flavor wise, it's just super sour. So it's a sour, so it's kind of hard to drink every day or like a
Yep.
couple times, like 2 times a week or something like that. Like
Yeah.
it's just tough.
I think
So
that's a good spot for that.
11. I think I have
you
to
forgot to
go.
delete the
The Warheads, yeah.
Yeah.
And then shot.
Oh, there we go.
But I think for 11, we're gonna go the Welch's grape.
Yeah. Grape juice.
And then for 10, sir.
10, I think we could go. Do we go Warhead Green Apple? I don't know. That or citrus.
Yeah, it's crazy that citrus made the top 10. I actually like that.
Yeah, I think citrus.
I'm a citrus defender. It's gone away, but hopefully it comes back.
It's
you want citrus there?
Yeah. No? Yeah, I think citrus.
Sounds good. Oops, of course I did that because I hit the one over.
Yeah.
But so for next, because the citrus is gone, I think next we're gonna have to go with Strawbango.
That's a good one. Yeah, I haven't had that in a while.
I have the. No, actually, it's not in that one. The other
it's not
18 pack that I had it. It was that one with electric limeade and Welch's.
Oh,
and then or was it Rocket Pop? I think it was Rocket Pop actually. And then it's like this one I have is cherry limeade, Welch's, and tell you what the other one is. Peaches, sorry, peaches, yeah.
Did you forget orange cream?
You know what? I did, so we can just go like this. Even though luckily we can just go like this. I don't think it was gonna beat that, so then we can go boom, boom. Perfect. So we got there. We'll go OC.
I was like, wait, hold up. I
knew I was missing one. I'm like, there's a kind of cream. I like cream. I just saw cream and I'm like orange cream, but it was raspberry.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was looking, but I think I'm still gonna go.
There's no way it wouldn't have been top 10, so we're fine.
I think I'll go Warhead Green Apple.
Warhead Green Apple. I think that's gonna be my veto right there.
Your veto? Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be
these other ones are just I just enjoy drinking more.
So what would you put instead of it?
Maybe SPK Red.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that one is pretty good. It's better of the Sour Patch Kids. I'm surprised they didn't do any more flavors of that.
Yeah.
Well, they had the Champs.
Yeah, right. RIP, RIP.
Next for me, number. Oh yeah, because now we'll just go in. I know it was like now flip flopped around. It might be where like you might get number 2, but or I might get number 2, but that's fine.
Oh yeah.
It ain't that serious. Let's go like every other. You still got a veto left though, so keep that in mind. So then for number 8,
I'm pretty agreed.
Because now I'm evens. For number 8, I do think I'm gonna have to go. Oh, also a straw pink goes in there. I just put that. I am gonna have to go with the peaches.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Great flavor. Top 10 for sure. It is I don't know if you don't like peaches, like peach candy, peach rings or stuff like that. It's not so much peach rings, but like if you don't like peach candy though, I feel like you went like this.
Now I think I'm gonna go Warhead Green.
Warhead Green. I'm happy to see it in 7th.
Better than 9th.
Yeah, better than 9th. Got it up 2 spots. All right. So
now these are
these ones are gonna be a little tough.
Are we short
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, what the heck?
Okay, I wasn't tripping. I was like, I feel like we're okay.
Yeah, okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. Yeah. All right. So number 5.
I think you probably put out 19 thinking you typed orange cream.
Yeah, I probably meant to do orange cream, and then maybe OG I thought was orange cream too. I don't know, but so for number 5, I think I'm going to go with cherry limeade.
Yeah, I might veto that.
You're gonna veto it?
Yeah, there's one I like it over.
All right.
Let's see if he goes
then
with it.
I'm going to go with orange cream.
Yep, perfect. And then
basically all these I would have any day. Like basically like 6 through 1 or 7 through 1.
7 through 1. Maybe even 10 through 1.
Maybe probably 10 through 1. Citrus I would like, I don't know. It's just the day in the feel.
Yeah. Now I'll go cherry limeade.
Cherry limeade. All right. Yeah. And then
just think that one edges.
Going on to the top 3. I'm gonna go Swedish fish.
Yep. And then I'm gonna go sour strips.
Sour strips, and then the goat is remaining at the top with raspberry cream.
Raspberry cream.
So far, first ever collab ranking draft. I think this went really well. I actually have a lot of fun.
That's actually kind of fun.
And then because like I got this idea from and they got a night from someone else too. The movie podcast to listen to, Real Talk Podcast. Go subscribe to them on YouTube. They did like a collab ranking draft, and it was like a director, or no, it was the MCU post Endgame movie. So all the MCU movies post Endgame, they all the collaboratively ranked them. And like I never wanted, like one of them just forgot Thor and Love and Thunder, and they're like, oh crap, like that would have been way lower. Like, and it snuck up like 3-4 places higher. And it's just like, oh, like that clearly
just
wouldn't
like
have been
Freedom Pop for us.
Yeah, Freedom. That was like a Freedom Pop. Honestly, like Freedom Pop, I would have switched that and OG.
Yep.
But other than that, I think everything else looks pretty good. Because
the top 5 is
top 3 is my top 3.
Yep, same here. I
would switch orange cream and actually I don't know, cherry limeade. Like I had the opportunity.
I just had it and I was like, holy crap, this is insane.
Yeah, like I had cherry limeade and you vetoed it, but like either way, 4 or 5 is whatever. Like but yeah, like
I honestly think I'd have any of them probably up till blue raz, like daily.
Yeah, I would say the ones that I would never have daily are maybe the ones that are stronger, like green apple. I wouldn't have every day, but I could have like multiple times a week. Blue raz is another one.
Yeah,
that I probably want. Same thing with sour watermelon. Not an everyday
and
sipper.
sour pink lemonade.
Yeah, sour. I know I put it is sour pink lemonade, yeah, not pink lemonade. But yeah, and then like these ones I wouldn't probably have every day, but then I
could have those once a week maybe.
Yeah, I would say like twice a week for me, and then like same with Sour Patch Kids Red Berry. This one isn't as sour, so it's kind of more of a sweet one. But yeah, that is our collab ranking. Let us down below what you think was wrong or what do you think was right. Let me stop sharing my screen. And then now I'll be going over some.
If you think this is too long, time cut right here.
Yeah, you can take a time cut right here. All right. So time to share my other screen now because we got some supplement news here at Jeff. And all this is supported by Goated Lifestyle on Instagram. So go follow them. This is where we got all the stuff from them. They do just a lot of things. They just go over supplements. They go over supplement news, supplement breakdowns. So good people to check out there. And one of the owners of that is KJ, who is the owner of V1 Nutra. So go use code DeerHog down in v1nutra.com. They're having a little bit of a rebrand right now, but in November they're dropping their very, very, very excellent pre-workout V1, the regular V1 pre, newly formulated. It's even better than before. So use code DeerHog at v1.com, I believe. I'm trying to get it up here quick. There we go. Boom. But use code DeerHog at V1 for a 10% discount. Helps the channel as well. And then also too, just you're getting great subs. I go by everything that they have. Their cookies and cream protein powder is goated. I need more of that because cream of rice. They have little Oreo pieces in there too, but cream of rice is great.
Put me on. But, yeah, breaking news. Put me on cream of rice.
Going on to our supplement news. Going on here, there's a lot of things here. I kind of just put screenshots on here and put them on here. I know it's not the prettiest thing, but going here with our first one we got, Blum Energy to launch. I know this says mint, but there's multiple flavors that they're doing. I think citrus was one of them. And then I think they're doing the cherry the cherry. It's like the red one that they do of energy drinks they're doing here for the pouches. But these are just caffeine and cognizin. Like I never mentioned to you before, like the energy drinks have cognizin, which is a focus ingredient, a trademarked ingredient. So they're able to use this and use it in here as well. And it's going to be like a Zyn type thing. Don't Zyn unless you want gum cancer. But 30 milligrams of caffeine per. And then there's also, I don't know how much cognizin's in there, but I won't be purchasing these. I like my caffeine from energy drinks or pre-workout. And that's it. I don't like caffeine from beverages either. So, or like diet soda. It's just kind of
I feel like this could be a avenue for other brands to get into. So Bomb Energy is definitely getting ahead on the game because everyone likes the pouches, but these definitely could get abused with Zynners because I feel like they're so used to just popping them and you could get to a dangerous level of caffeine.
And one thing I do like to add to here though is like this could actually be a good bridge for someone to wean off of Zyns. Because if someone that is addicted to having a Zyn or two, like don't get me wrong, these people have like 4 or 5 a day.
Maybe
is what I see at school because like people might have one right away in the morning and they might have one later.
Dude, they always end up in the urinals too.
They always are in the urinals. It's crazy at school.
But
heck? I think this could be a good product for someone maybe that's trying to get away from Zyns and still needs that stimulation to have like that feeling of having something in your lip. So I honestly think this it's not like a product I would ever use, but I honestly think there's actual tools and uses for this that I do think it's a positive product for the fitness space.
Yeah.
And then going on to our next one, I know there's another announcement with Rise. These 2 Rise products here for their early Christmas release, actually.
Yeah, a little early.
They extended their Sour Punch line with the Sour Punch Santa Straws flavor. Not sure how it tastes because Santa Straws isn't something that you normally have, but it does seem to be a little bit of cherry, strawberry, and green apple, according to the picture. So, like I said, though, with Rise, with the Rise or the pre-workout tier list, go check that out if you haven't. But like I said, with the Rise pre-workouts, a lot of their loaded pre-workouts that are either 325, 350, or 390 milligrams of caffeine, just anything above like 250 in a pre-workout for me is just not something I'm
not worth it.
Not the market for me anymore. Like, I think every single workout that I've had for the past like 8 weeks, 9-10 weeks, I haven't had over 200 milligrams. So
yeah,
I just
and you're still getting good.
Yeah, like I'm still getting great workouts. When you realize that the caffeine amount doesn't actually dictate how good the workout is, you realize that pre-workout can be kind of useless if you're just using it for the caffeine and not using it for the other benefits, like the vasodilators, the focus ingredients. That's why I always say the most effective ingredient in pre-workout is caffeine, but there are other benefits to it with the pump and the focus ingredients, to where you don't actually need a quote unquote all out stacked pre-workout that's $80.
Yeah.
Like, that's why like V1, it's pretty budget friendly, 30 servings. And then also too, like Sebum Essential is one I use basically every single day. 200 milligrams caffeine, or the V1 Pandemus collab. That one's 175 milligrams per scoop. So I love that one as well. And great pump and focus. And if you did double scoops, it'd be even crazier. So I like those ones that are really good for one scoop. And then going on to, like I said, Jet Puffed peppermint loaded. I feel like this one could be good, but I never would want to buy a full tub, because if it's dog shit, it would be very bad.
Useless.
Yeah, it's just like,
I mean,
what would
I
you
think
do
the
with
only
it?
thing you could save it would be a creamy, and like
creamy.
Like
I was thinking that.
Peppermint extract too.
Like,
but like,
I don't know if there would be any cream of rice that you would want with this. It would just take away from flavor. Like, plain. Yeah, get the plain cream of rice from Fried Foods or Elevate. Like, and just put that on there. Honestly, like, I was thinking about buying like a bag of unflavored cream of rice and see how much like the whey actually adds to it.
Dictates it.
Because I know
bet it does a bunch.
Like with some of the cream rices, the flavor can get a little masked sometimes by the thing. But if you have the right flavor combinations, you can kind of get a little of both.
And yeah, you can just mess around with those. Is what I have discovered as a new cream rice fan.
Yeah, so like if I had to give a ranking on all these newses, the Bum Energy pouches, I'd probably give like a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
The Sour Punch straws, I'd probably give like a 6 out of 10. I just think the flavor is cool.
7. Yeah.
Then this one, just since I'm intrigued, I think I'm gonna go a 7 as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'll buy it, but I'm still pretty intrigued, and it's protein, so you might as well. And then going on to Bear Bells.
I think there was one more, the Christmas Little Debbie.
Oh, okay, yeah. That one's like a 2 years, the second year that they've done this. Yeah. Don't buy the Christmas trees unless you like vanilla protein.
Yeah.
It's just vanilla. But going on to Bear Bells launching a Nutella-inspired hazelnut bar, but only in Germany. I know. Sucks. Right? Nutella, I used to love that when I was a kid. Funny enough, you think like Nutella is like peanut butter and almond butter, to where it's mostly fat. The main ingredient is sugar.
No.
And then it's palm oil. So it's like, it actually is more sugar than anything else. That's the main ingredient. But I don't have it anymore. But this looks cool. I mean, I don't have protein bars much at all anymore, but if I've ever in the mood for protein bar, it's a Bear Bell or it's an Anna bar. So like I said, I'm not huge in the protein bars. They just fork up my gut so bad. Like I do feel, and then they don't fill you up. Like, why would I want 200 calories of a protein bar that takes 2-3 bites to finish and won't fill me up, compared to maybe having like
a whole plate of veggies?
You a whole plate, couple plates of veggies. You could have like, I'm trying to think of what like would be. You could have 2 cups of Greek yogurt for 160 calories, and then add 40 calories of fruit. That's gonna fill you up a lot more, and it's gonna have 30 grams of protein. Yeah, Yo-Goat's bowl. Yo-Goat bowl. So if I had to give this, I'll give it a 6. I mean, like a lot of protein bars kind of taste the same.
I don't like Nutella, so I'll give it a 5. But I like the branch out there.
And this is kind of the sad reality to getting older, or not even getting older. For me, getting older, because I was so addicted to the protein sphere when I was in like 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade, even like freshman year of college, I was. But as I just got a little bit older the last 2 years, the less I care about these new things that get added, because like if 3 years ago, if the Ghost would have announced their protein bars, I would have been going berserk for those. I would have been ordering all 3 boxes online so I could have all of them like to eat. And then, but now like I just don't really care about protein bars that much. And they looked kind of mid, and then they were mid apparently. So they looked too dry. They looked way too dry. Like, like if I wanted those macros, I would just go with a Nana bar, because those actually taste pretty good.
This next one is something I would.
Yeah, you shared this one with me.
Yeah, I'd be pretty intrigued to drink once.
Yeah, this might be
I
something
just
I'd
don't
get
know what
once,
the
but
flavor would be because, like,
is
you
it gonna be
think
like milk?
cereal.
Is it gonna be
I
like
know.
those cans that you get of milk that like aren't
Yeah,
dairy free, but like would it be
I
like
was
that?
just go- I was
Like the
just gonna say,
splits
is
they're
this gonna be
called?
cereal milk but it says like sweet cereal, so is it just gonna be like a
Is it just gonna be like a Fruity Pebbles flavor or
yeah?
something? Which
I
would be
don't know.
dog shit. But
It'd be funny to find it in
or
a
Fruit
gas
Loops,
station
what it looks
once
like.
and
Yeah,
try it and hopefully not throw up.
my excitement. I mean, 5 out of
My
10. C4 is pretty
excitement,
dog
yeah,
shit. C4 is pretty
I'd
dog
say
shit. I think for their
four,
for
but
the energy drinks. I'll try it once and see how it is.
yeah, if I
But
see it,
C4 used to be actually on the top of energy drinks when they had their smart energy drinks. I'm gonna try finding
yeah, please do.
Freedom Ice 16-ounce Smart Energy C4. I just have to find these because it's like so hard to find. There we go. These cans, and they also had a mango one that was ridiculously good.
I
I'll just
wonder
go
what
down
they got
here
rid of.
because I'll just go down here since I don't want to. There we go. Oh, that's right, because I'm in I'm in viewing, not in
view
editing.
only.
But
There.
this one right here, the Freedom Ice, the Smart
Okay.
Energies. These ones had no beta alanine in it since these ones up top. These ones have beta alanine in it, meaning it's gonna make you tingle, even though it's super underdosed. You can still feel it.
I don't like that.
And it's meant to be a pre-workout, even though there's no actual pre-workout ingredients in it. And if there is any, they don't tell you how much there is. Like there's L-citrulline in there, but dude, there's probably like 200 milligrams where you need 6 grams. So underdosed. But this one was insanely good. Would have these sophomore and junior year, and then they rebranded it to where it's like a 12-ounce can, and the flavor, they got rid of Freedom Ice, and the flavors are now cheeks. So
yeah, they're just so generic.
C4 went from like an 8 out of 10 brand for energy drinks. Their products kind of are mediocre to like a 5 out of 10. I will never go out of my way to get a C4.
Nope, that's gonna be a one try.
And then going on to our next one,
This one
Alani
I'm pretty
brings
excited.
back their Winter Wonderland flavor and with a different look.
With
it
a
says so
fresh look.
I remember this one last year. I tried it around November time, and it's actually pretty decent. If you like it's not so much. It's a kind of a pepperminty cherry.
Okay.
I don't know. It tastes really good. It's hard to like nail the flavor exactly, but like if I had to rank this flavor on a like rating wise, like flavor, I would say like a 7 out of 10. But I don't know. I always like having like seasonal flavors, so I'll give this a 7 out of 10 on my expectations. I've had the flavor before, but it's always nice seeing seasonal flavors come back, like the Witch's Brew when that comes back for Halloween.
I've had that one. It's super nice.
And then going on to
this one,
I put this one in here specifically because
this is a meme.
I want to get your opinion on this because I have my own opinion, obviously. Protein Pop-Tarts or Pop-Tarts expand flavor line with 3 higher protein flavors. And
whoa, it's higher protein.
So when you think higher protein, you're like, oh my gosh, like high protein. Well, there's 10 grams of protein and it's still 400 and whatever calories. So you're probably only adding like 5 grams of protein, because I want to actually go like that. I want to see a Pop-Tart, and I'll put that at the bottom. Nutritional facts. I just got to find a picture of it.
What 3 flavors are they?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
It's gonna.
I didn't look this up before. I did not look this up before. So it's 300. So this is the regular Pop-Tart.
Okay.
380 calories for like a packet of them with just 2 inside.
Which is
30 grams of added sugar. So let's keep that in mind. And protein 4 grams. Value. So you're getting an extra 6 grams for like the same amount of calories, or probably even more. Let's go look at the protein Pop-Tart.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, that is all the Legendary Foods protein Pop-Tart.
Oh, yeah, that's another.
If it does all that, I might not be able to find it. But okay, so it is the same thing. It is the same thing. AI popped up and it said it's 380 to 400 calories, 31 grams of sugar, added sugar, and then 10 grams of protein. So yeah.
Okay, so actually more added sugar for.
So yeah, a little extra added sugar. And for 6 grams of extra protein. And if you want 10 grams of protein for 400 calories, if you're
addicted to Pop-Tarts, I guess it's a little.
if you're addicted to the Pop-Tarts, I mean, there's probably something else you have to worry about first, but instead of hitting the protein goal, but I'll give this a 1 out of 10. I'll give this a 1 out of 10. It's literally
looks AI generated.
Yeah, it literally is companies just trying to cash in on the trend of protein. And I honestly think there should be laws against this. Like, no, there should be no way that something should be called high protein or higher protein and say you can't just put the word protein on there.
I could see if you put the 10 grams there can be allowed, but you can't.
It's so misleading. Protein. It's so misleading because if you actually like think about it being a high protein product, it's not. High protein product is probably something that's closer to 10 calories per 1 gram of protein. And that's abysmal. This is 100 calories per 1 gram of protein. Or no, it's not. It's not 50 calories per 1 gram of protein.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
So that's just crazy. Like,
this is a 1.
If you wanted this and if you wanted something better than this for 400 calories, get yourself 4 ounces of cooked chicken breast, and then also have trying to think of what else you could probably have, because that's about 200 calories. You could also probably have, let's say, 2 servings of potatoes for 220 calories, 300 grams worth of those, or 296 grams, because that's 148 grams per serving. And then you could just put a little oil on those.
Shake.
But yeah, you can literally have those 2 things, the chicken and the potatoes, for the same, if not less calories, depending on how much oil you use. So yeah, that 1 out of 10 scam. This is just meant to get your money, and not to mention the protein that they use in this probably isn't good for muscle building. It's probably an incomplete source. So yeah, 0 out of 10. Going on to Rise, there's also they also had a new one. Also, they had the new root beer float, and they also, with a new formula too that they're doing, and then they also had a new lemonade cream. It's supposed to be like they said the
Country Time.
Yeah, it's a Country Time. It's supposed to be like what's it called? That's Chick-fil-A. It's like the lemonade thing.
Oh yeah, it's
supposed to taste like that. It's like a cream. It's like a lemonade cream thing. Never had it.
Sherbet maybe or something.
No, it's not sherbet, but it's some sort. It's supposed to taste like that lemonade drink that you get at like at one of those places. I don't know what it is, but
it's like crushed ice and lemonade, but
like root beer float. I think this could be pretty good. The float portion gets it a little iffy for me, because if it's gonna taste more like ice creamy, then I won't like it, or foamy-ish. But like if it's more like a root beer, like a legit, like just A&W 0 sugar root beer, that's more like that, where that foam or the creaminess of that actually makes it different than other ones, I'm all in. But if it's like the other ones, like the Bum Energy root beer one is like a 7.5 out of 10, 7 out of 10. So if this can beat that, I think that would be the best one. And then I haven't had Lost and Found's root beer, but I've heard that one's actually really good. So honestly, I'd give this like an 8 out of 10. I'm definitely going to try this when I see it at IB. And then going on to this one right here.
This one I'm the most curious about.
Bearabell's debuts with a new protein soda with 20 grams of protein and 200 milligrams of caffeine. And I do believe these are 90 calories. Yeah. 90 to 100 calories per soda. And there's obviously no sugar or anything. But the one thing I wanted to get your opinion on is, what is your opinion on mixing caffeine with protein? Is it something that's necessary?
I feel like it's not, but I'm not quietly informed. I mean, I guess this has got to be like a quick fix for someone who's got it, but I don't know. Yeah. Because like in my mind, I'd have protein powder and I have like energy drinks, and I feel like they shouldn't mix ever.
Mm-hmm. And I had that new Rise, the new probiotic energy drinks that also have protein in it, where it's like 8 grams of protein. It's only 40 calories, and there's 150 milligrams of caffeine as well. I actually think that's better than this one, because I mean, I don't know. I don't want to I know it's all protein, but I don't want to drink 100 calories worth of drink. That's not going to fill me up. And then there's caffeine too. And it's like, I would only drink those in the morning or before 1 o'clock. And it's just like, I'm limiting my window and then like, it just, I think these products, like, they're definitely have a market, but this one for me, sure. I don't think 200 milligrams is worth it in a 12-ounce can either.
If it's like 100, maybe
150, I think is pretty good. So I give these like a 5 out of 10. If I see them, I might get them, but
yeah, I might get one. Maybe
it
the
just
wild
sucks because
strawberry.
the thing I like about Ghost too is if I don't want the 200 milligrams of caffeine, I don't feel bad about dumping out a little bit of it and having like 180. Whereas this is like it's only 12 ounces, so
yeah,
you're dumping out a decent amount then to get like maybe a little bit less caffeine. So like I said, a 5 or a 4 out of 10. I'll try them maybe, but I don't know if we'll see if they're ever in stores.
Yeah, or if they're even. Yeah.
And then going on to the last one that I used to like 10th grade year or whatever, but Rain reveals a new watermelon sour gummy energy drink flavor inspired by the Sour Patch Kids watermelon. What are your opinions on this? I think Rain is pretty mediocre.
Isn't there a lot of
drink either?
Caffeine in this as well?
300 milligrams. So
yeah,
this is one that I'll probably I won't ever have because I think if I ever have a Rain, I jump out half of it. Yeah, I literally jump out half of it, man. Like, and also too, it's like if I was to have half of it, like that's 8 ounces for 150 milligrams. Like, I want my energy drink to last. Like, I don't want to drink it in a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the only time I drink an energy drink in less than 10 minutes is when I'm going to the gym because I have to. So, but yeah, I give this like a 3 out of 10. I'm not really.
Yeah, the flavor. Really, I mean, the flavor is kind of cool, but.
Yeah, the 300 milligrams of caffeine, and then also it being like not to mention it is kind of weird with how many ingredients they have in there. Not to be someone that's like, you need to count how many ingredients are in your food, but
the chemicals in your food.
There is a lot of stuff in there. Same with like Monster, and like people wonder why they kind of have an upset stomach while drinking these. It's all that mixed with the carbonation too. So
yeah,
I mean, like if you like Reigns, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of them. I'm not a fan of them. Kind of just a high energy. Like imagine having this for your energy, one thing of caffeine for the day, and you can maybe have one diet soda that's like 50 milligrams of caffeine, or two diet sodas that are equal 100 milligrams of caffeine, and that's your 400 for the day. Because I really don't recommend going above 600 in a day. At least some people are nuts. At least the FDA doesn't, or the CDC, whoever does it. But that is it for supplement news. Let us know if you guys like this, and we definitely want to go through this. We definitely want to do this every week because I actually enjoy this. It's just fun, kind of talking about supplements and like what's new and stuff like that. And it won't be just all like flavors and stuff like that. It might be like a new product, or I'll talk about
new formulas.
New formulas. If you have any supplement questions too, let me know because I do know.
And if you try any of these, please let us know how they
are. Let us know your rankings on any of these. And if you let us know your opinions on some of this stuff, like what do you think about protein Pop-Tarts? I know you guys aren't as into the whole sphere of protein-ish stuff, but like know your opinions on that and see which one of these, like if in the opinions on the stuff, because I think that would be a huge thing for people, especially like I said, try to wean off of nicotine. So good stuff there. Ooh. And then going on to what I'm actually really excited for is our reaction thing, but also too, I put down on the scroll over here. We're gonna react, but send us more clips for us to react to because we always enjoy reacting to stuff, and it's pretty fun. And the first video I'm gonna react to has actually nothing to do with fitness, or it does have to do something with fitness, but it has nothing to do with nutrition or training. It's literally just a video of 3-time in a row men's physique Mr. Olympia Ryan Terry doing his routine during prejudging for the men's physique category. And this is the one with the board shorts. They only do a front and a back pose. They don't do they don't have mandatory poses. The mandatory poses is really a front pose and a back pose. That's all it is. And classic physique is to think of its front double bicep, side chest. I don't know if they do side tricep. Do back lat spread. They don't do back lat spread. I don't think they don't do front lat spread. No, they do I think they do back lat spread maybe. And then they do like abs and thigh, favorite classic physique, and then I'm trying to think of what else to do. But then open does everything. But this is Ryan Terry. He, like I said, 3-time Mr. O. I can't do it anymore. That's kind of gay. Or stupid. So I'll play this and let me see what you guys think. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Whoa.
The amount of conditioning, he had to be suffering. during his prep.
Yeah.
I like when he does like that. And then this pose right here, like, damn, like his serratus, like right here, and then going with his lats and his obliques just looks crazy.
Let's see.
And I do like how they don't show the leg. I mean, people think they should show their legs, but I don't know. I kind of like this one.
The lats are carrying.
They literally they just have a back and front pose, and then I like his little twist he does here. So he puts the arms up. Yeah, he's just unbeatable. That's literally that literally is the men's physique look right there. That is just unreal.
Look at that, yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. Okay, I had to quickly scroll up there. All right, going on to our first video that we're going to be reacting to. This is a clip from Dr. Idrees. He is a registered dietitian, or he is a PhD in nutrition research and nutrition. I believe it's nutrition research and nutrition research. But he is discussing here about this is actually someone I follow too, Dr. Nick Norowitz. So you can always find good information from some people, but I know some people might have some things that aren't as good as others. But you can always pull from a lot of different resources, but just know what to pull from other people. But let's just go into it.
I'm an MD PhD scientist and egg enthusiast, and here are 7 things you need to know about eggs. 1, eggs don't tend to increase cholesterol because when you eat cholesterol, it triggers the release of a hormone called cholecin that then goes to your liver and tunes.
Have you had this conversation with anyone? Or has anyone have you like thought about this, like cholesterol? Like, your cholesterol is something you want to look after, like LDL, HDL, triglycerides, and total cholesterol. But like, has this ever have you ever seen anything with like people talking about raising, like the foods you eat raise your blood cholesterol and stuff like that?
I've heard that kind of
stuff. He'll talk about it more here, but I don't want to just say it.
Down the body's own production of cholesterol, helping keep your serum cholesterol levels at a steady balance. That's why I famously could eat 720 eggs in a month without increasing my cholesterol.
It was an N=1 though, meaning that it was only him that was like in the study. So it's like N=1. It's not. It hasn't been shown to be done again.
Verified.
So that's what research and stuff like that. You can't just go off one study. Science needs to be repeated many times in a row in order to be considered. But let's see what he says.
Once again, Nick Norowitz says some pretty misleading things here. And as a quick reminder, this is the guy that purposefully left out his primary outcome result of his recent study because it didn't look good. Time school. So he said the dietary cholesterol in eggs does not tend to increase blood cholesterol levels because the liver regulates it, keeping it steady. While this mechanism is real, it's not absolute. The body adjusts cholesterol synthesis to a point, but it doesn't mean that dietary cholesterol has zero effect on blood cholesterol levels.
And that's what I was going to say earlier, because you've heard for a while, like, for everyone in a while was saying like, it does have an impact on it. And then like people were saying that like, it doesn't have an impact. Like Dr. Norowitz said there, like he's saying it doesn't have an impact because of this one factor that causes like the decreased production of our own body's cholesterol. But you have to think what he says.
It's well documented that around 33% of people are hyper-responders, meaning their blood cholesterol rises significantly with higher dietary cholesterol. Even among normal responders, cholesterol levels still tend to rise, just less dramatically.
And that's a huge thing too, because if 33% of the population is hyper-responders, that's still a significant portion. It's not like that's a 5% or anything. Like it's 33%. Like that's 1/3. So it's obviously, this can't be just a blanket statement that everyone doesn't have that. And like this works for everyone.
And the key nuance that he's missing here is that dietary cholesterol has a threshold effect, not a zero effect. We have mesoregression analyses on 55 studies, which shows that if someone eats little to no cholesterol, then the increase in LDL will be quite substantial. However, if someone already eats a high dietary cholesterol diet, like Nick, for example, going above 500 milligrams per day, their system is already near that threshold. So adding even more cholesterol above that point doesn't tend to further increase LDL.
So what he's saying basically is like, if you're already having a high cholesterol diet, adding more cholesterol probably wouldn't create much more of a threshold, like he's saying, because it's on a threshold. But like, let's just say someone that maybe was vegan, and they could have eggs, and they could have dairy products and stuff like that. They just can't have the actual animal. They might have a lower cholesterol levels, But then if they're actually introducing maybe more eggs and stuff like that, they could see a raise in cholesterol and stuff like that. So it is all person dependent, diet dependent. So let's just continue what he says.
Not to mention, we have meta-analyses of dozens of studies specifically looking at egg consumption, which do find that more egg consumption does in fact raise LDL cholesterol. And other meta-analyses show that not only does higher cholesterol intake increase your risk of cardiovascular-related mortality, but for every 1 additional egg a day, which is around 50 grams in the American population, your risk of cardiovascular disease goes up by 8%, but this association was not seen in Asian populations. Now, this could be due to differences in cooking methods or background diets.
Yeah, so that's all I'm going to play with that one. But he's going to talk about like frying him instead of like poaching it, or like instead of having a hard-boiled egg, I have a hard-boiled egg instead of frying it, like with lots of butter and stuff like that, which is saturated fat. And like eggs do contain saturated fat. Like, so like, and like here with JacobFoods, you'll see what he
dude,
said,
I love that. I was reading that since the start. That's hilarious.
Lots of people like to take risks by drinking alcohol and raw milk. Like I take risks by eating several eggs per day. Cholesterol be damned, but they're too good to give up. And like he responds to him, I believe, and it's just a bunch of people being being like ragers in the comments. That's not all the replies. I don't know where I think Dr. Ids did reply to him, but I don't know where it went. But he basically was saying like, yeah, like you basically make an educated guess on what you do with your life and what you want to eat and what you don't want to eat and stuff like that. But like people will drink raw milk and drink alcohol, but then demonize like eggs and stuff like that. But then like not saying he's doing that. But like it all depends on a total daily output, or like over a long period of time. Like if you're someone that's pounding burgers all day and steaks, like, yeah, having eggs in your diet probably is only going to make it worse. So like, this isn't to say to not have eggs. Like eggs are healthy. They're a healthy food. Obviously everything's healthy in moderation. So like I always say,
that's the key word.
I like sticking to 2 to 3 eggs a day only. And some days I don't even have eggs. Like Thursdays, I don't have eggs. Trying to think. Fridays, I don't have eggs because I train a little bit earlier in the morning. So it would just be too close between meals. And I would rather than have like, if I'm training a little bit earlier in the day, I'd rather would have some meals later in the day because I'd probably just be more hungry. So,
yeah, right. Just throughout.
But yeah, that's one video I had there. And then going on to this one, I found was just pretty funny.
This morning, my mother-in-law sent me a photo of her chia seed muffins. And
holy crap, that's a porterhouse.
Since I've had a single gram of fiber. Most people still think that fiber is necessary for good digestion and healthy poops. But it's been 6 years since I've had a single vegetable or fruit. My chronic bloat from veganism is completely.
I hate when people say bloat, like the chronic bloat from that stuff. Like, shut up.
But I now only poop once a week instead of twice.
Once a week is crazy.
They're always smooth as butter and set.
Oh, there's a side of butter.
Here we go again with this nonsense.
I love this.
First of all, why is she implying here that pooping once a week is healthy? Infrequent bowel movements can be normal for some people on low fiber diets, but consistently pooping once a week suggests severely slowed gut motility, which could lead to bacterial overgrowth and the reabsorption of ammonia, bile acids, or other toxins. Secondly, fiber isn't just about bulking up your poo. It feeds beneficial gut bacteria, producing short-chain fatty acids like butyrate.
And butyrate, for example, in your small intestines, actually, this might be a little, you might not even know what I'm talking about because I had to do this for physiology, but like there's super tight gap junctions in your small intestine. And if those become weaker and weaker without butyrate, meaning that's going to allow things to leak into the gut, causing leaky gut and stuff like that. So like, that's why people on carnivore diets and stuff like that and ketogenic diets, they could potentially miss out on that if they're not having any fiber. And butyrate is very important. So that's why carnivore is long-term.
Which have been shown to reduce inflammation in supplemental studies. And we quite literally have hundreds of randomized control trials on the health benefits of fiber. This meta-analysis of 22 studies found that just 10 grams of fiber a day significantly reduced HbA1c, fasting blood glucose, fasting insulin, and insulin resistance. This meta-analysis on 24 studies found that fiber decreases systolic and diastolic blood pressure. And this
and like blood pressure, if your blood pressure is elevated or stage 1 or stage 2, like fiber is definitely huge. And I'm trying to think, I think it's every 10 grams of fiber is like a 30% decrease in all-cause mortality.
Holy crap.
Grams
Has anyone ever thought this woman is flat out lying about her lifestyle?
All-cause mortality. Yeah. For every 10 grams of, okay, it's 10%. For every 10 grams of increase in daily fiber, the risk of death decreases about 10%.
Well, look at that. That sounds
so,
pretty...
yeah. And that is through a study done by, well, it's a meta-analysis, actually. So it's taking a bunch of different randomized control trials and taking that evidence and giving us a conclusion with it. So that's pretty neat. But yeah, like I said, fiber is very, very important. We're just going to go to the next one here.
I love this.
Are you drinking lead? Well, according to this new Consumer Reports article, you might be if you're consuming protein powders.
This one's important.
But let's look at it in context. They tested 2 to 3 samples of 23 different protein powders and drinks. 16 of them had lead levels above their so-called level of concern, and 2 of them had over 10 times that level. On face value, that can sound really concerning, but we need to look at what those numbers actually mean.
And this is why you don't just look at a title of an article and freak out.
The cutoff they used is 0.5 micrograms per day from consumer products like protein powders, and this comes from the California Prop 65 law.
Terrible.
To get to this number, they took the highest levels that have not been shown to cause birth defects or reproductive harm, and then divided it by 1,000.
Did you hear that? They took the level that causes those problems and they divide it by 1,000.
As a massive safety net.
Even
in the case of a protein powder that has 10 times this super low cutoff, they'd still be well below levels that have actually been shown to cause harm. And interestingly, Consumer Reports doesn't show the actual micrograms of lead in their images. They just show the big scary percentages compared.
Yeah, like showing this big bar here in the percentage and like that. Like not like they don't want to show you the actual thing.
To their super low cutoff. But there's also plenty of debate around these cutoffs. For example, the FDA has established interim reference levels of 2.2 micrograms per day.
But yeah, I don't really want to go into that. But like he basically just talks about how like they had a threshold that was like significantly lower than they should have, and then they just weren't like being honest, and they weren't showing microgram numbers. So if you actually read into what they were studying and like what the actual thresholds were, you would realize that it's not that important to think about.
We now have 2 trials that have been done comparing either a completely plant-based or almost completely plant-based diet versus an omnivorous diet, where
omnivorous, like eating meats and vegetables.
Groups consume a sufficient amount of protein, generally above 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight. So that's about double of the RDA, which is often recommended for strength athletes. And in that case, where both groups consume the same amount of protein and they lift weights, they get the same results. It doesn't matter whether it came from plants or animals. So we can get bogged down into these debates over, oh, do you absorb 5% more of this or that, or does it have more leucine or less? But at the end of the day, does it actually pan out when we look at the trials? No, both work. And so it doesn't really matter whether you're getting plant or animals. And then, of course, there's the health data where swapping even 3% of calories from animal protein with plant protein sources, especially if the animal protein comes from red meat, we see significant reductions in total mortality and cardiovascular disease. We now have
that's just like getting them from broccoli, right?
Yeah, like broccoli. Having the plant proteins like the tofu. Well, he's talking like tofu.
Oh, I see.
I'm trying to think what the like other one is, like natto, like
quinoa,
like soy and stuff like that. Quinoa.
I think is the
natto fermented soy. I'm trying to think what the other one is. Tempeh is a really popular one. So all those can get you gains. So, and then also if you were to make sure you mix a grain with something else too, like a legume, like that could also give you a complete protein. Like I said, rice and beans by themselves are an incomplete protein, but when you add them together, it creates a complete protein profile.
Oh, nice.
Now, like this one.
Take 2 identical people. One of them eats a really great diet. The other one runs and eats a shit diet. The running guy is going to be healthier.
That's like, even just hearing that, you just like know that's wrong.
You just know it's fake, but.
And like, don't get me wrong, like your cardiovascular health is important, but like if you're just neglecting nutrition, that's just stupid.
You're spending how much money on your grocery bill and you can't run a sub 8-minute mile?
You're majoring in the mile. It's insane data. Better cardiorespiratory fitness, not done. The bottom 25% has 390% higher chance of all-cause mortality.
While I agree that cardiorespiratory fitness is a great predictor of mortality risk, I'd say they're overselling it a bit and underselling the importance of nutrition. For starters, meta-analyses have found that those with high cardiorespiratory fitness have about half the risk of mortality compared to those with low fitness. However, there's high heterogeneity, meaning there's quite a bit of variability between studies. In some studies, like the Ethos study on US veterans, they've found that those with the very highest cardiorespiratory fitness have about a quarter of the risk of mortality compared to those with low fitness, which is more in line with the claim that he made. But one issue is that there's actually no consideration for diet quality.
That guy was comparing like running to like a whole diet, like a good diet. Like he wasn't comparing high amounts of running to low amounts of running. So that's why.
And I would wager that those who are maintaining a high fitness level into old age are probably eating healthier as well, which just isn't accounted for. And that's important because high diet quality is associated with about a 20% lower risk of all-cause mortality across the available studies. But if we look at the extremes and those with the very highest diet quality and compare them to those with the very lowest, risk is cut nearly in half. And that would be more of a comparable analysis to taking those with the very highest cardiorespiratory fitness and comparing them to the very lowest. And since those cardiorespiratory fitness studies tend to not really account for diet, the irony here is that some of those benefits could actually be due to diet. It's just not really clear either way. Although even in that case, I would agree that cardiorespiratory fitness is probably still a better predictor of mortality risk than diet quality. It's just that they're probably exaggerating that and underselling the role of nutrition
And that's why he's saying that, because like your heart is so much in line. Like obviously like your heart is like is a huge organ. Your biggest organ is your skin, but like your brain and heart are two powerhouses. And just then
like the mitochondria.
On this one here, I'm not going to play it, but this one, Paul Saladino is talking about like visceral levels of visceral fat levels or adipose tissue levels of linoleic acid, which is omega-6.
This is the guy I hate.
Yeah, Paul Saladino is the guy that was like carnivore MD, but now he's not carnivore because he realized that like cutting out some food groups actually causes problems. But he's basically saying that like that's going to be a good marker on like how much seed oils or omega-6 fatty acids like linoleic acid are going to be in your adipose tissue
of omega-3s and omega-6s.
Mute that and then pause it when it gets to like the thing, because it shows like a little graph here and it's kind of hard to see, but this is the mean, or this like the middle portion.
So that's one.
And then all the data shifted left, meaning that if you look down here, if it was shifted to the right, it would be actually in favor of lower amounts of seed oils or omega-6 fatty acids, aka linoleic acid, in your diet. But it actually favored heavily towards the more levels or high levels of linoleic acid in your adipose tissue for better cardiovascular mortality. So, and then Paul's like, oh, they don't have all the studies on there. So, and then he was like saying, but he said that was like a great marker of it, even though they showed that marker being high is actually better for cardiovascular disease. And like, yeah, it's just buns.
Oh gosh, I'm seeing these.
Raw milk.
About your health.
I love a little bit of whataboutism. Raw milk outbreaks make hundreds of people sick every year. What about cigarettes? I think raw milk is bad. Wait till you hear about car accidents. But this video does bring up a good point. There are things that we know are harmful in any amount that you're allowed to buy, and people have the right to buy those and consume them. The issue with raw milk, though, is the narrative around it. People are saying that there is no risk and there are a ton of benefits that they are hiding from you.
And there is no benefits to raw milk. There's only net negatives. And they might think it's more nutritious and you're getting more testosterone, but literally none of that shows that none of that happens. You're just going off of, I don't know, some internet guru
from you. And the people who like raw milk are telling mothers to feed it to their infants and their unborn children who are at extra risk of getting sick and dying from complications.
Which
people don't get upset about alcohol in the same way, because no one is saying that pregnant mothers should be drinking alcohol. So yeah, I respect the right of well-informed adults to make decisions about their health. But the issue is all that information out there about raw milk is clouded and people don't know what the reality is around it. If you know that it has no tangible health benefits, it's more likely to make you sick from drinking it than pasteurized milk, and that it just is going to cost you like 5 times as much as regular milk, then sure, go ahead and make that decision. But when
you got the money.
I like JacobFoods. He's fun. He's like 23, 24. He's going to be an RD. He just has to take an exam. But that's also another one he posted, like carnivores, hundreds of human studies with tens of thousands of participants showing seed oils aren't harmful. And then they didn't like that. But then they like this one where it's a study from 1988, so not relevant, where they injected a rat with twice its body weight in seed oils and it died.
Yeah, I saw something just like this with the diet soda.
Like not relevant, not recent information.
That's funny.
Alas, yeah. I just found that one funny. Then this one, that's another one. Cut out seed oils. They're so bad, bro. Seed oils are so bad for you. I cut them out and I got so much healthier. Like what they were eating before.
We were talking about this morning.
Like,
I don't know.
Your crappy felt better from not eating more seed oils. You just took out like your 2,000 calorie burrito that you had every day from a fast food place, or you took out your McDonald's that you had every single day.
Or the cane sauce and stuff.
It's not the seed oils, bro. It's the ultra processed foods. And I found this one funny.
Sugar more than ice cream. It's 1,000% spike your blood sugar more than ice cream. Oats have a glycemic index of like 65 to 83. Ice cream has a glycemic index of like 35 to 60. The fats and the proteins in the ice cream are going to slow the absorption of glucose into the blood. But
I like how he says that, but there's actually some fat in oatmeal as well. And
right.
Because oats are straight starch, that's an instant glucose spike.
All right, let's see what he gets right and what he gets wrong. So firstly, to understand how a food changes your blood sugar, you have to understand glycemic index, which he talked about, and glycemic load, which he didn't. The glycemic index measures what would happen if you ate 50 grams of carbs from a certain food. We like this because it's pretty standardized, but one fault with it is not every food that you're eating has exactly 50 grams of carbs. A serving of oats has 23, while a serving of ice cream has 30. Since neither one of those is 50, it's more appropriate to use the glycemic load, which takes into account how much carbs you're eating from the food. And when we use everyone's best friend, ChatGPT, to calculate the glycemic load, you'll see it's 15 compared to 16, which is really not that different because there's more carbs per serving in ice cream. But he's right in saying that, yeah, gram for gram, you will absorb each carb a little bit slower in the ice cream because of all the fat and the protein, which slows it down. But if you're concerned about your body fat and your health, and this is the reason why you're worried about this in the first place, these things are the reason why the ice cream is less healthy. You will gain twice as much fat from eating this ice cream than you would from eating these oats on top of your maintenance calories, of course, because fat is determined by the calories you're eating, and the ice cream has almost twice as many calories. So not only is blood sugar not the most important thing with a food item, it's also not what makes a food healthy or not.
Yeah, then that's when people are focusing on the minors instead of the majors. Like, you don't really need to focus on your blood sugar spikes. That's why when people are buying blood sugar monitors for themselves, bro, you're not diabetic. You don't need it. It's just gonna cause something just going on your head, running circles in your head and stuff like that. But here's another one from him.
Are you actually eating a home cooked meal made with seed oils right now? Don't you know that's gonna give you inflammation? Bro, it's stir fried vegetables. It doesn't matter what it is. It's gonna oxidize. They've done research on this in rats. Are you really smoking? What about inflammation? What? Nicotine is neuroprotective, dude. It's good for your brain. Now you're drinking? Do you even care about your health? Dude, they drink all the time in the blue zones. Look how healthy they are. Are you?
I found that funny. I
love that. This is funny.
Yeah, I like JacobFoods. He's pretty chill.
This one seems pretty funny.
Are you looking for carrots?
I didn't even know there was different colors.
Try white carrots that are lower in carotenoids. Carotenoids are vitamin in the body, which can lead to toxicity if you're already consuming a high vitamin A diet.
So apparently making videos in supermarkets doesn't get as much attention as it did 3 years ago. So now they're having to jump and dance around to get views. Thanks, cool. This is a very silly video talking about how we should avoid orange.
She's chopped, by the way.
Carrots because of vitamin A toxicity. My guy, the average intakes of vitamin A in the US for men is around 682 micrograms.
And the RDA is 900 micrograms, so we're not even hitting it.
616 for women. This is from data in 2017-2018 from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Surveys. And the recommended daily intakes for men is around 900 micrograms and 700 micrograms for women. So the average person is not consuming enough vitamin A to begin with. Secondly, in order to be at risk of vitamin A toxicity, you typically need to consume more than 100 times the RDA, not just once, but potentially multiple times to start to see issues. So trust me when I tell you that big orange carrot is not poisoning you. Lastly, around 90% of Americans...
Yeah, he kind of just goes on to talk about how you need 5 cups of fruits and vegetables a day. But yeah, pretty funny. I love Dr. Idrees.
To any other watch out foods that people think are healthy, but maybe if I was trying to have an optimally healthy heart, I should avoid them.
This is going to surprise you. Excessive fruit. Because I'm not a very big follower of fruit. Fruit should be eaten only in season because there's too much fructose in it.
Oh my God.
Fructose being the sugars.
Fructose is a sugar, and fructose goes as fatty liver.
Oh.
So our overconsumption of fruit is another factor that is contributing to coronary artery disease and diabetes and fatty liver.
Congratulations, this wins the dumbest video of the month. Well done, Dr. Pradip. Time's cool. Firstly, he says our overconsumption of fruit is another factor that contributes to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and fatty liver. I'm sorry, how many of us are over-consuming fruit? In the USA where he works, only 12% of adults meet the basic recommendation to eat 2 to 3 cups.
Yeah, 2 to 3. So like they say 5 cups a day of fruits and vegetables, 3 cups of fruit and 2 cups of, or 3 cups of vegetables, 2 cups of fruit. But obviously, if it was 3 or 2 of the other, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at that, 12% of people and 10%.
Cups of fruit a day. In the UK, where Stephen and I are from, just 25 to 30% of adults consume 5 servings of fruits and veggies a day. And in India, which I assume is where his heritage is from, just 1.6% of adults consume 5 fruits and veggies a day. So no, the overconsumption of fruit is not a problem for the vast majority of people.
Yeah. That, like, he just basically goes on to saying like fructose, and like people think fructose gets you fat and stuff like that, but no. Going on to our next one here.
It's time to debunk an internet rumor that olive oil.
Actually, I'm not gonna. That one's a little longer. He basically just talks about how like you might be thought like olive oil should not be used for cooking at higher heats and stuff like that, because it's not as stable. But you can actually use olive oil for cooking and stuff like that, and even frying too. It just depends, obviously, like how hot the pan is and stuff like that. But you even see like people in like Greece, they use olive oil for cooking their fries. And that's usually used. Oh, you're not supposed to use that. You're supposed to use avocado oil or tallow or canola oil, stuff like that. But olive oil can actually be used, and I think people have misconstrued all that information. And if you want to check that out, Allan Aragon.
It's time to debunk.
Going on to this one. I think this was pretty.
I recently got a question from somebody who was worried about having their largest meal for the latest meal in the day, since they were worried about. It was too close to bedtime and it was too big of a meal. And perhaps it had a greater potential of resulting in fat storage. There's a couple parts to the answer to this. First of all, your body fat mass is determined by what's called chronic or ongoing net fat balance. If you were to gain body fat, what it requires is a chronic surplus of calories above and beyond maintenance requirements. That's how you gain body fat. So when you look at time periods in which this happens, you can't look at small snapshots in time, single meals at a time. You should.
And he basically talks about how like, and then they actually did a study too, like this comment says, the SOFR study, Lift Run Bang too, Paul Carter, all my lifting stuff here, go follow him as well. But basically they did a study to where they actually found that someone who had their highest carb meal, people that had their highest carb meals at the end of the day actually had better body composition than the ones that didn't. But obviously that could be whatever. But I just found that pretty interesting. Yeah, and I found this one pretty funny. Man, woman, black, white, Asian, Latino, authors who write books blaming obesity on a single food, macronutrient, or time frame of day that eating the daily window, and then just potato. People who blindly believe these offers, even though being shown the weight of the weight of the evidence.
Best post ever. That's funny. I like that one. That's kind of funny.
There is one artificial sweetener that
a little longer. I put that in there, but he basically just talks about how like sugar is an enemy and stuff like that, and people think that all that other stuff is. But here's one on oats that we see.
Oatmeal is one of the worst foods that you can put in your body. It can poke holes in your gut lining.
Oh wow!
And cause serious health issues down the line.
Well, I'm sure he has some solid studies in relevant populations to support this claim.
An elite horsewoman, children in orphanages at the turn of the century, and mummies have suggested that oats makes you get fat for the winter.
Centaurs and mummies. Got it.
Studies consistently and unanimously agree that oat consumption comes with a multitude of benefits.
And although it's true that mummies have expensive taste, that's probably not a reason for humans to avoid a food.
Oats improve body composition, appetite control, and weight management.
They improve blood pressure and reduce systemic inflammation.
They've even been consistently shown to improve gut health.
Yeah, phytic acid isn't something to worry about. And they actually have beta-glucan, which is a type of resistant starch or fiber that's in oatmeal that is actually specifically good at lowering your LDL cholesterol, which is our bad cholesterol. So really, really good for heart. That's why it's able to say heart healthy, because it actually has the science back it up.
Is this some sort of peasant joke that I'm too rich to understand?
Oats significantly reduce HbA1c and lower fasting blood glucose.
Hemoglobin A1C, HbA1c is your 3-month average of your blood glucose. And then fasting blood glucose, normal is 70 to 100. And then 101 to 125 is pre-diabetes. And then greater than 126 or greater is diabetes.
Glucose, even in those with diabetes.
And oats improve blood lipid profile, immune function, liver function, and even lower all-cause mortality.
Oats aren't for peasants. They're for winners.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to quote that because...
Yeah, Dr. Allan Bacon, love him. He's awesome. Go follow him as well. Dr. Allan Bacon and Dr. Allan Aragon, both goats.
Cold plunge people, you have got to stop inventing reasons to freeze yourself. I mentioned previously how cold plunging doesn't actually improve recovery, but rather numbs you so you just don't feel sore.
Yeah.
If anything, it hurts recovery.
Yep.
Anytime I bring up how weak the data is for cold plunging, I get the goal shift of, well, at least it boosts dopamine 250%. This claim is based on a single study that had people sit in ice water up to their necks for a full hour. They found a big dopamine increase and a rather large drop in rectal temperature. Far be it for me to intrude on your butthole cooling time, but you can get a similar dopamine boost and more benefits from 10 minutes of exercise, 10 minutes of exercise, and that dopamine increase that you get from cold lessens the more frequently that you do it. Look, if keister cooling is your thing, I can support you, but let's be real about what's happening here. The recovery benefits appear to be placebo, 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 no real health benefits, no real health benefits, and a nice secondary effect of increasing your drive to eat more calories.
Yeah.
There are simply better options than cold plunging that are cheap.
Yeah, so basically all the stuff actually shows that cold plunging is actually pretty dog shit for everything. And it's just kind of a scam.
Yeah.
3 ways to lose fat and keep it up for good.
Finally, someone telling us the 3 secrets.
Number 1, cut out all sorts of sugar, even fruit, all carbohydrates, cut them out.
I knew it. It was the fucking apple's fault.
Yep.
Number 2, reduce your meal frequency. You got too much insulin in your body. 2 meals a day. Everything else is bullshit, guys. Wake the fuck up.
But where?
And that guy used to be a bodybuilder, like blasting steroids, and now he's completely flipped the script.
There is the 3rd way. The idea that you have to cut sugar and particularly fruit to lose fat is batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Fruit is a health-promoting food group, and those that eat more fruit lose more weight and have better weight control long-term. For otherwise healthy people, micromanaging blood glucose and insulin levels is unnecessary and may be a form of disordered eating. Higher carb diets have been shown to improve weight loss, HbA1c, and blood lipids similarly to low-carb diets when calories are equated. And this idea of needing 2 meals per day to lose weight is unfounded. Eating more or less frequently does not improve metabolic rate, glucose levels, or fat loss in otherwise healthy people. So I guess the 3rd way to lose fat is to ignore the first 2 ways.
I like that. But yeah, that's all the posts that I had for Instagram here. Like I said, give us some stuff to look at, and I think that would be pretty cool. Pretty cool. So now let's go on to our last portion of this, which is our TikTok.
These ones are kind of funny.
And then, oh shoot, well, never mind. It was just this thing with raw milk and stuff like that. I actually deleted.
Raw milk.
Let's see. There we go. All right. So let me put this on here.
Quaker Oats protein.
Last here, we're going
Look at
on
that.
here
That's
to
funny.
going on to our TikTok stuff that you sent me. So
Food that pisses me off. Oatmeal, because oatmeal is peasant food. It's what they would feed the peasants, just keep them alive. But oatmeal sucks minerals out of your body because it's high in phytic acid.
That's just the only part I like of it.
And it spikes your blood sugar more than ice cream. So I would rather give my kids my recipe for ice cream that's high in good protein, high in good fat, and high in even some sugar versus oatmeal. So it is not a superfood by any measure. It's just marketed as one because it costs 2 cents and you'll pay $3 for it if it's marketed as cold overnight oats with fairy sprinkles. I have no idea.
yeah, like this is just completely wrong. Like I don't know, man. It's just like when people think about that stuff, when like I don't have the studies up here before, but Dr. Allan Bacon did when he had the PMIDs up on there.
Yeah.
Along with that video with him and Allan Aragon. But literally, like, it is proven to show that it helps with insulin sensitivity. You know, it helps with your fasting blood glucose. You know, it helps with your appetite control. It helps with your LDL cholesterol, like I said. And then like it's higher in fiber too as well. So it's going to keep you fuller for long too. So literally no studies have shown that it's bad for you. And people talk about glyphosate, the pesticide glyphosate being sprayed on them. And it's going to kill you. And, or like, you're going to be a bunch of glyphosates. That's bad for you. It's harmful, but you really pee it all out. So, and they spray it with enough glyphosate, or with they spray with the amount of glyphosate that's safe for humans. So it's so stupid.
I mainly like the first part of it.
Yeah, and then going on to this one, another oats one.
For all you peasants eating oats.
Not to actually shit on this guy. He actually has a pretty good physique, but
yeah, no,
it's not from his diet. He probably could have gotten that. He could have gotten that physique from eating a better diet.
When you wake up in the morning, there's a reason you're small as shit. Instead of eating some bullshit peasant food, I mean, eating oysters, some raw eggs, and to top it off, some raw milk. All nutrient-dense food that's actually going to boost my test and not make me a scrawny little soy boy.
Yeah, raw milk, you're just going to get sick and potentially die.
What about oysters? I don't even know.
Oysters are actually the most high food of zinc. I'm pretty sure serving of oysters has like I don't know. I actually have a photo of it because I had it screenshotted because for my one class, nutrition assessment.
Microplastic milk.
Yeah, I know. I saw that comment on that. That was pretty funny. Let me find the screenshot of it because it was.
I just like the oats is peasant food. I was like, oh wow, a lot of people eat them. A lot of people.
I don't know if I can share this, but let's see if it works. It's fine. I don't really need to. But I have it pulled up here. I can just say it because this is from the Gov. This is in so milligrams per serving. You have per serving oysters, 3 ounces of oysters. Okay, all of it is 3 ounces for this. Compared to 3 ounces of beef, which like a sirloin, sirloin or just ground beef, 3 ounces of that has 3.8 milligrams of zinc, which is about 35% of your daily value. And where oysters, Eastern farmed raw, oysters that are Eastern farmed raw and 3 ounces have 32 milligrams and 291% of your daily value.
Wow.
And zinc does, quote unquote, boost your testosterone. So I'm guessing that's why he's doing it. But it's going to be bound to SHBG, and that won't actually, and your free testosterone won't be that high. So essentially, it won't be used for anabolic building. Going on this one, I actually see this guy a lot on my For You page.
I love him.
He's a natural pro.
He's my favorite.
He works like a desk job too. Like
yeah, I know because it's
yeah, fat burners. Like they said, the only one that on there that actually does something is yohimbine, and then I don't know about that detox supplement. It's probably just to get his gut moving and stuff like that. Get his motility up higher since he's under 20 days out of a show. So this diet is not optimal whatsoever because he's literally just trying to get as lean as possible. Like at this point, and once you get around 7 weeks out, 6 weeks out, like your diet is legit not you're dieting to get lean. You're not dieting for a healthy diet. Like
no.
But like I said, I don't know about the detox, but fat burners, yohimbine does work. So like I said, has to be taken fasted. That's why he's taking it right away in the morning. But let's see.
In my hands, I hate the beach, but I stand in California with my toes in
70 minutes of cardio right away in the morning with buns.
Yeah.
Like I do like 20-25 minutes of Stairmaster and then like just walk on the treadmill for like 25 minutes. So like technically 50 minutes in the morning, but realistically 20-25 minutes of like hard cardio because walking isn't like walking even on an incline. Like it's not even a big incline. It's like 8 incline out of like 12. So I mean like it's not bad at all. And then I might do it post workout too, 20 minutes stairs. So at most like 40 minutes of cardio. And that's at like my highest right now too, out of the last like 10 weeks of dieting. So.
It's super good. Front level. Let's stack. Love his food. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I like how he does it, or he has his oatmeal, and then he just makes like a whey drip, and then he like puts it in there. So it's just kind of like a slop. But that's a good way to use oats. And I saw someone doing that, but they made it into like overnight oats, and I'm like,
yeah,
I feel like that could be good. But then some of them might like the protein might get too foamy while it sits in the fridge for that long. So
yeah. The egg white pancake.
Yeah, and like he does that all in one bite.
Yep. People would make fun of him for packing all this. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, he
video of him actually.
Yeah, I like that. And like you might think like I said, his diet is meant to get extreme leanness levels. So if I had to rate his diet, I can't because it's meant for a different goal. If it was meant for healthy eating, it would be pretty poor. But
but
like I said, it's not his goal. So
it's pretty funny.
I like that. I should follow him. I literally watch every single one of his videos. I'm like, where are you made? But
somewhere along the way.
All right. I haven't seen these ones yet. So chicken, rice, broccoli. Yep. You're going to get high protein from the chicken, quick digesting carb from the rice. Like I said, I would maybe stick a weight. Was this bulking or cutting? Okay, cutting. Rice can definitely be useful. Like cream of rice is just blended up rice. I would really stick to rice pre-workout, like cream of rice or rice pre-workout if you're cutting, because it's fast digesting. And then if you had it's not going to fill you up as much. And then as compared to like potatoes and stuff like that. But then you don't want higher fiber stuff like that before a pre-workout meal. And then broccoli, like I said, just fills you up because it's high fiber. It's gonna have some micronutrients in there as well, like any vegetable would. And then just gonna a lot of volume. So yeah, for ranking this on a cutting, I would say 8 out of 10. It's pretty solid. I would just limit the amount of rice that you have throughout the day. Next, the goat bowl. I know there's little pieces of dark chocolate in there, what I think is. So you're getting some antioxidants from the dark chocolate. Also some I'm trying to think what they're called. Polyphenols from the chocolate as well. Some polyphenols and some antioxidants from the strawberries. And then there's some
Greek yogurt and
Greek yogurt, obviously, and granola. I mean, I'm not that big a fan of granola, but it's just like oats. So I mean, like, who gives a crap? As me, not as big a fan of it, meaning like it's just high calorie. That's just like, and that's
I just don't even like granola that much.
I like granola with yogurt, but I just don't like it because it's high calorie, and I would rather just have something else. Lean beef, potatoes, spaghetti vegetables. I don't know. It doesn't have to be spaghetti vegetables. Any vegetables is fine, but lean beef and potatoes is a hack. I think lean beef, you should never have anything lower. It is, when I say that, it shouldn't, this is like so much nuance, but realistically, if the person, every person should probably only stick to 93.7 or leaner, because you're just increasing your amount of saturated fat.
Yeah.
But it's all case dependent. Someone might need 90-10 because they need more calories. And like they're limiting saturated fat from other places. Mm-hmm. They might use 85-15 because of a budget reason too as well. So you go plan around that as well. So lean beef, potatoes, high, very, very satiating, good fiber.
Actually, I did check 2 and 1.
Very high in potassium, very high in sodium, and then not high in sodium, very high in vitamin C. If it was high in sodium, that'd be crazy. That'd be dog shit. But 9 out of 10 for that. Then going on to white bread, eggs, and avocado.
I haven't even seen this one.
I'm not even much about like white bread. If you're dieting, bread probably isn't your greatest bet. And if it's fiber bread, you might want to limit how much you have that, because probably each slice will be like 10 grams of fiber. So if you have like one of those, or if it's like even 8 grams of fiber,
6 of them.
Like one of them is going to be fine. You might have some bowel movement issues. If you have 6 of them, just say that's like 40 grams of fiber. Like, you should get about 30 grams of fiber a day for men. But yeah, eggs, like I said, they're like we said before, they're higher. They do have saturated fat. So if I would limit to them if you're gonna have them every day, 1 to 2 a day or 1 to 3 a day. I don't have them every single day. I have them about 5 days a week, and I have 2 or 3 of them. But like I said, pretty solid. I give this like a 7 out of 10. And then, oh, what the heck? I'm trying to do that.
Oh yeah.
This went to the next one. I think it's just because like that's the last one.
It was just cream or rice, I think.
Yeah, it was just cream or rice, but cream or rice
used to excel at.
Yeah, it just went away. But that's kind of annoying. But cream of rice, like I said, good pre-workout, but it isn't that filling. You will be pretty hungry probably. It is good for pre-workout because it is fast digesting, and then also too, by the time you're done with your workout, you'll probably be hungry. So earn that food.
This
but
one we
meals,
can probably just click through because it's gonna be.
Yeah, for bulking, lean bulking, of course. Thin bagel, stuff like that. So it's probably a little lower calorie. Bacon medallions, never had them. Avocado, you're getting.
I think that's just Canadian bacon. I think this guy's Canadian.
Yeah,
or
I think it is just Canadian bacon. It kind of looks like that. But avocado high in B5. You're going to get some antioxidants from there. Monounsaturated fats. You're also going to get some fiber. Egg, like we've been through that a billion times. Pretty solid.
What else? Yeah.
Oats. Yeah, oats are goated. So oats, whey, berries, dark chocolate, cinnamon. Yeah, this is awesome. Cinnamon's a good anti-inflammatory as well. Studies have shown even if you take it in capsule form at high concentrated amounts, it can help with it, but I'm not going to tell people to do that. Turkey, so ground turkey, rice, and peppers. Rice will be your best friend when bulking because it is kind of high calorie. And then for the amount of food you get, at least for a fat ass like myself. And then turkey, like I said, it could be 93.7 is going to taste the best, but they make it all the way to 99.1, which is less enjoyable. But if you're really down bad on a cut, 99.1 is going to be your best bet. Same with 99.1 ground chicken.
Always throw some salt on.
Yeah, the peppers look gas on here, so I mean, like I give this like a 9 out of 10. This was pretty baller. Sea bass, which is a fish, and then rice and broccoli.
Still same thing.
Yeah, basically. Pretty bland. It looks like I'd give this a 7 out of 10 just because it looks kind of bland. And then more Canadian bacon, eggs, and sourdough. So you got the fermented bread, which is going to help with your gut and digestion with that. And then this looks to be about 4 to 5 eggs worth.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're increasing your risk, increasing your saturated fat intake to where it might be a little more than 10% of your daily calories. For me right now, my threshold is about 1,700. Not 1,700, 17 grams. I was thinking 1,700. I was thinking like a calories, but no, 17 grams of saturated fat a day is my max. And I usually get about 15, 14. So we're staying below that even because I just like keep track of that. I give this like a 6.5 out of 10. Could use a little less fat and maybe more lean protein. Maybe you switch out, maybe you have 2 eggs and 3 servings of egg whites instead. And then going on the cream of rice, this is kind of the same thing we saw before with the dark chocolate too. It's pretty good. Like I said, goated 9 out of 10. And then steak and potatoes.
That's a fatty steak.
That's a very fatty steak. It's on that like
that's
the
tomahawk,
T-bone, so the tomahawk or T-bone, whatever you call it. Like the potatoes too, right there. That's from a restaurant, so it's not going to be probably the healthiest thing.
Butter on this in the steak sauce on the side.
Yeah, so like. And then people say steak has a bunch of healthy fat for you, but it literally doesn't. But it's going to have zinc. It's going to have B vitamins. It's going to have copper. It's going to have protein. It's going to get you your amino acids. So I can't really dog on this meal too much because if you made like a sirloin steak,
it looks like asparagus in the background too.
Yeah, asparagus. He didn't put it right there, but like if you made literally a New York or a sirloin at home, and you made potatoes at home, I would give it a 9. I'll give like an 8 out of 10, 8.5, 9 out of 10. But since it's probably at a restaurant, I'd always give like a 7 out of 10.
And I think that's
one more after this one. And pasta, beef, cheese. What is that? I can't see. Just ground beef and minced and cheese. So pretty solid. The pasta will be a good source of glycogen for your muscles, good source of glucose. Beef, like I said, it could be increasing your risk of increasing saturated fat intake. Like I said, if you're going to have, that's why I always like pairing. I only like 1 red meat meal a day at most. I like limiting eggs to like 2 a day only. 2 to 3 a day. Any more than that's going to be a little cost of ineffective and maybe more saturated fat intake. And cheese also too is going to have saturated fat. So maybe switch to a lower fat cheese or something else. Like, I know people like saying saturated fat like actually is demonized, but saturated fat is something you need to look out for when mountains of evidence have shown that increases of saturated fat in our diet can lead to elevated LDL, can lead to, well, it can actually increase as well, which is funny enough. You might think it might decrease your HDL because it's bad, but it actually increases just everything. So it'll increase your LDL, increase your total cholesterol, your triglycerides, and your HDL. So whereas polyunsaturated fats decrease everything. So that's why it's always have the good balance, because you want a little bit of everything. But I'll give this like a 7 And then now cereal whey, and then like cereal whey and something else. Good for post-workout, that's for sure. Shuffling really, really quick glycogen into the muscles. I would only suggest eating that post-workout cereal post-workout, because also the sugar and spiking your blood sugar. You're more insulin sensitive after a workout, stuff like that. And like I don't want to get into much of that there, but overall, I really like these videos. I really like seeing stuff like that. I just like reacting and talking about things with other people.
For sure.
I just like seeing what other people are seeing on the internet.
Yeah, I love this.
That I love these new segments. The episode of the Optimal Nutrition Podcast. And like I said, if you have any videos you want to send us, you have any questions you want to send us, DM us, give us anything you want us to talk about, because we like yapping. We like yapping. Like I said, like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy all the content that we bring, and we hope to see you next week for, like I said, more news, more videos to react to, and if we have any more like side pieces of information that we want to give out too, we'll definitely have that in there as well. But we'll see you guys soon, and hope you guys have a good
peace out,
good Friday, and hope you guys have a good weekend.
Yes, see ya.